Big Ben,
tolling,
sounding that heavy, but of course dampened bell, and the drums themselves were dampened. You said understated. No. Think what it did. You had the men, the movement, the sound, going through a series of theatres of monarchy, because that's what they are. The front of Buckingham Palace looked beyond belief magnificent. All the usual rubbish was cleared out of the way, the barriers. You just had the building there, and then these splashes of red and gold and black. They're the colours of a great flag. And then they started to move, and we had the sound. But the whole thing is designed as a theatre. The huge roundabout in front of the palace. Of course, with the implicit, do you remember that solitary figure up there at the time of the Jubilee?
Yes.
I saw her wave.
Yes.
And then it moves down the Mall, that extraordinary processional route with at the end framing the view as all the cameras followed it, the splendours of Admiralty Arch, and then suddenly it turns and you're from the imperial world of the early 20th century, the world of Edward VII, whose many echoes of his funeral were there. The first time that the bell of Big Ben tolled for a royal funeral was Edward VII in 1910. And then you swing into another world. You swing into the world of Horse Guards, which is the 17th century. You go through the great arch of the actual Horse Guards itself, which is the beginning of the glory of 18th century Britain. You turn into Whitehall, which resonates, of course, again with the Tudors, and of course the cenotaph in front of which the Queen led the nation in mourning and remembrance and regret so often, and then across Parliament Square into New Palace Yard, into, well, what we both... Westminster Hall.
Yes, which is just the
beyond...
most... Yes. No, I didn't mean the ceremony itself was... I mean, the public reaction was understated.
Absolutely.
Muted.
Absolutely.
I mean, generally, ever since the Queen has died, with the exception last night of the coffin arriving, people are doing this very privately, very quietly. They're observing. But yeah, we're not shouting, we're not screaming, people aren't fainting.
It's not Diana.
That's the point.
It is not Diana.
No, that's the point.
So much of it, as it were, symbolism has been taken from Diana. The flowers, the sense of public grieving, but there's none of the tension. The air is quite different. The feeling in the air is quite different. But for me, it was the entry into Westminster Hall.